You think a failed transaction is just a glitch, a server problem, or a bad internet connection. I scanned an old, damaged QR code at a lonely roadside stall. My app didn't just take my money, it took 5 years of my life. Watch carefully. Every time I refresh the app, the dark figure inside the screen gets closer. This isn't a glitch. It's a curse that can change your life. So never scan random QR codes, because your money might not be the only thing that reaches zero. It was a hot and quiet afternoon in the province. The air felt heavy and still. My phone battery was only 12%, and I was very thirsty. Then I saw a small roadside shack. It looked like it had been abandoned for years. The wooden boards were damaged by the heat and moisture, and old plastic wrappers lay bleached on the dusty floor. But on the counter was a blue GCash standee. The QR code was faded, yellow, and peeling at the edges. It looked like the ink was slowly melting into the plastic. I opened the app, pointed the camera at the QR code, and tapped scan. Nothing happened for 3 long seconds. Then, my phone suddenly vibrated. It wasn't the normal smooth vibration. It was a rough, strange shaking that made my fingers feel numb. Instead of the usual sound, the success chime sounded wrong. It sounded like a sharp, wet gasp coming from the phone's speaker. I checked my balance. Not a single peso was taken. But a dark timer had appeared on my home screen, and I couldn't close it. I looked up at the roadside stall. There was no one behind the counter. Only the sound of flies buzzing in the still, empty air. When I got back to my car, the digital screen had started to change. The blue navigation bars began to twist and warp. The buttons seemed to melt into black, oily pixels, like thick tar trapped under the glass. I tried to close the app, but the touchscreen felt strangely hot. It wasn't normal battery heat. It felt like the feverish heat of a sick human body. I checked the phone. The battery had not lost any power. Whatever was running in the background wasn't using the battery. It was taking heat from my hands. My fingertips were turning pale, cold, and numb. Then I saw something in the dark reflection on the screen, a tall shadow standing right behind me. I quickly turned around, but the back seat of my car was empty. Then a notification appeared on the screen. Transaction complete. 20 years transferred to unknown merchant. My heart sank. I opened my contacts to call for help, but the names on the screen started changing. My friends' numbers were disappearing and being replaced by names I hadn't seen in years. My grandfather, who died when I was 10. My high school teacher, who died 5 years ago. My screen suddenly lit up with an incoming video call. I didn't answer. I couldn't move. But the call answered itself. The screen showed no face and no hospital room. Instead, there was only a dark, moving void. Then I heard the faint sound of someone breathing heavily and struggling to breathe. The infection didn't stop with me. The app took control of my network. It started sending automatic payment requests to everyone in my messages, my family, co-workers, and closest friends. Each request came with a voice message. I played one of the voice messages. It was my own voice, but it sounded distorted and strange. It was screaming through heavy static, as if trapped behind a thick glass wall.
Don't open it. Don't scan it.
I switched to the front camera to try to reset my phone. That's when I saw it. The shadow was no longer behind me. It was inside the camera lens. A tall, faceless figure stood where my face should have been. It copied every shake of my jaw and every nervous blink of my eyes. The screen suddenly became brighter than normal, filling the dark car with a blinding white light. Then I felt a sharp, burning pain in my hand. I dropped the phone. The pixelated pattern of the cursed QR code was burning into my palm like a mark. A final message appeared on the burned screen. I looked at my hands. My skin was dry and wrinkled, looking decades older than it had just an hour ago. If you ever find yourself on a quiet road and stop at a roadside stall for a cold drink, check the QR code carefully before you scan it. Look closely at the pattern, because if you see a face staring back at you from behind the blue plastic, run.